The goal for this project is to get to this, and this is a 360 camera mounted to the tie-down mount of my Cessna Skymaster. This project actually started a couple years ago, and it's been on the back burner, so it took quite a long time to finish, but here we go. So initially the plan was to use scrap metal. I have some various pieces of scrap metal here, and the goal was to fabricate a mount that would go on the tie-down area of the Skymaster. And really what this entails is a mount that's temporary, so it's not a permanent fixture. It can easily come on and off, and it had to be really secure. And the goal really was to make something that would be nearly impossible for the camera to become disconnected and fall from the sky. Now, of course, there are a lot of commercial mounts out there, ones that either screw down or clamp down. There's lots of various clamps, and those are okay. And I think they work especially well for lower speed airplanes. I do know that people put them on high-speed airplanes and apparently do okay with it. But I wanted something that would be as secure as possible. And so the initial plan was to make this base out of steel, and there was a component that went through the top that would hook onto the loop on the underside of the wing of the Cessna. And then that would be adjustable and basically apply tension to fasten this mount to the underside of the wing. And so this is the structure of the base. So there's the adjustable part that hooks onto the wing, and it was made large enough to accommodate a battery pack. My plan was to use an Insta360 X2, which is the 360 camera that I currently have. And I was worried about battery life, and that was the reason to add in the extra battery. So this would be able to be mounted to the wing, the camera would film, and the battery would supply additional battery power. And the goal really is to enable it to have enough power for at least an hour flight. I wanted to create an housing for it that had at least some sort of aerodynamic properties just to cover that mechanical structure. Initially, I used the Solidoodle 4. This is the 3D printer I bought in, I think, 2013. And this is very early on in 3D printing technology. And it works, but it was slow and noisy, and it was not as reliable. And eventually I realized that there are a lot better options out there now, and so I bought this Bamboo A1. Now these Bamboo printers are really a massive step up compared to the Solidoodle that I was used to using, and there's plenty of models out there that are probably even better than this one, but I was really quite happy with this new purchase. These modern era 3D printers certainly are a massive step forward compared to what was available only 10 years ago. So I got back to work with making different iterations of the housing, and the Bamboo did really nice work with this. And I made many. I made lots of different iterations. I'm using Fusion 360 to prototype these, and between the Fusion 360 and the 3D printer, it was obviously, easy and possible to make lots of different versions. And eventually these got better and better. This is my final version, really, of this, and so you can see the mechanical mount underneath, and then the housing that goes over top. One of the key design features is that the camera is screwed onto the mechanical base, and then there's this sleeve that fits over, and then the main part of the housing fits over that and then is attached to the rest of the base. And what this does is it makes it impossible for that camera to unscrew itself. It's locked in place. So even though it's, could be threaded either loosely or tightly, it actually doesn't really matter. It's impossible for that camera to spin itself off. So I think this would work fine, but I never attached it to the airplane because once I had it all assembled, I realized that it was just too massive. With the steel, it is quite heavy, and it is also just bulky in size. So plans changed, and I decided to try this small commercial mount. This is something that I could easily make, but I decided to start with this and modify it to suit my needs. This is a simple tie-down mount. It attaches to the tie-down with a threaded flange and is secured with a nut. I didn't require the GoPro style mount because I plan to attach it directly to the Insta360. And that stud goes through the aluminum housing, and I have that fastened tightly and Loctited. That could be staked or pinned or wired for complete security. I also thought I may just make that whole piece and just weld it as one piece. I may do that in the future. Now I still wanted the aerodynamic qualities of a housing, and so I took measurements and basically redesigned a 3D printed housing to fit over the camera and mount. And again, it would also have the same properties of making it impossible for the camera to unscrew itself from the mount. After a few iterations, this is my current design. And the way it works is that it opens up kind of like a clamshell. It is able to flex at the leading edge there. The camera and mount gets locked in the middle. And then at the trailing edge, I use a couple nylon straps just to hold it in place. And so this performs the desired function of being slightly aerodynamic, but also it makes it so that the mount and the camera are unable to move, basically. They're unable to unscrew themselves or unfasten themselves, and it basically is a secondary lock to hold everything in place. Here you can see how it locks in place over the camera and mount. On the Skymaster, the tie downs are retractable. There's one on each side and they retract into the wing. And they're oriented orthogonal to what you typically see on a, say, 172. Here though we have the tie downs retracted and the mount is secured. I used some foam tape under the plastic housing just to apply some tension, and this is the plastic housing in place and secured with some nylon straps. So this mounting is quite good, I think. It's quite solid. It doesn't move, it doesn't wiggle, it doesn't bang against the wing. So far I think it's pretty good. This current setup has been successful in mounting an Insta360 to the underside of a Cessna Skymaster. Overall, I'm quite happy with this. I think the images are quite interesting. I think there's a real potential to help make some really interesting videos in the future. Now, as mentioned, this is the X2 Insta360. The new X5, which is the more current version, has higher resolution, which would be in full 4K. 360 degrees, 8K total, where this camera isn't able to do that. And the other big factor, and the one that's not really a surprise, is the battery life on this X2 is inadequate. I would really like this camera to be able to last for at least an hour and preferably closer to 2 hours in flight. So I think the options there are to add in an external battery or to upgrade to the X5. And so what I think I'll actually do is bite the bullet and pay up and upgrade to an X5. So I'm looking forward to making some more videos in the future. I will be obtaining an X5 and testing the battery life, and hopefully we'll see it superior to this X2. Now this reminds me, for flying videos and basically anything related to the Skymaster, I will be migrating that over to another channel, and that channel is Whiskey Kilo Kilo. I guess I'll put a link in the description, but for flying videos, those will be over at Whiskey Kilo Kilo, and then Dr. Dan's Garage will be primarily shop stuff, building stuff, cars, airboats, things like that. Alright, see ya.